We don't joke about that.
So we're here on the campus of the University of Arizona.
Yes.
Brought to you by Rockin Protein.
Yes.
And as much as Channing and I want to talk and get in on the mix, we're here because of Richard.
Oh.
At the end of the day.
Well, isn't everyone?
I would never, I'll be honest, I would never probably have stepped foot on this campus if it wasn't for Richard.
You are
and
now a
Rockin
better
Protein.
person.
You are definitely a better person for being here.
I see the glow
I will
coming.
let you know tomorrow.
Oof, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll
Tons
do
of
that.
dirt bags.
Yes.
Ooh.
How many people
Lives
here
up
have been?
to the
How
hype.
many people have been to dirt bags here?
Oh, wow. Is this a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the thing.
Yeah. Well, there's
Lovely
gentlemen's,
ladies.
there's
I think
dirt
Dirt
bags.
bags is as old
Maloney's
as
is gone,
Revenge
right?
of the
Maloney's
Nerds.
just closed?
Maloney's is here. O'Malley's.
Yeah, O'Malley's is here.
Mallory's
Maloney's
is
is
here?
gone, yeah. It's an Irish bar.
An Irish bar, okay.
In Tucson.
In Tucson.
A lot of Irish here.
I will say we went to dinner at what? Frax?
Yeah, Frax.
Frog, what?
Frax.
Frog
Frags.
and Firkin. Frax.
Are we? How old are we?
And I had to be
don't think
reminded
it's
that
6.
it was February because we were sitting outside and it was beautiful. Food was great. Vibe was awesome. A little country music.
A lot of country music.
As you can tell, Channing has been enjoying retirement.
You see my tan from living in Portland?
Yeah, you have a beautiful, beautiful tan. No. This is awesome. One of the things that, growing up in Phoenix, and Channing will know when I was first telling him about this, I was like, dude, I'm doing a partnership with Shamrock Farms. And I was like, you remember that big thing in Phoenix, Arizona, where you have they have the temperature and all that stuff? Because I used to drive by it all the time as a kid. Sometimes when I was a little bit older and out late at night, and you would see the temperature and it'd say 99 degrees at 9 o'clock at night. So like this for me is like pretty cool because I grew up watching and drinking, and this was just a part of my childhood. So unfortunately, so was Channing. So we're here now.
I'm working on that with my psychologist.
Okay, so wait. On our walk in, I saw the barrels of the protein drink outside. So there's obviously different flavors.
Yeah.
We've got different flavors. What is your favorite?
Oh, I'm a strawberry guy. So you want to know something real?
Strawberry.
You want to know something
There's a
real?
caramel latte.
Chocolate.
A chocolate.
I like. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to know something?
And you pick strawberry?
Yeah, it's a
across my leg.
socioeconomic test, right? They say they were like, go ask any African American if you had to pick between chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla, what would be their favorite?
Strawberry. Is it
What were you
strawberry?
gonna say?
Why? Why?
I
Why
think
is it strawberry?
I don't know. I don't know. And it was so funny. So we won't say the name of the coaches, but there was a USA team, and there were a couple coaches talking. They didn't believe it, and one of the coaches was like, "All right, I'll go test it." He went and individually asked all the players, and it was like 13 out of 15. One person.
Strawberry?
You know what strawberry?
strawberry milk was hot at the house. I'm telling you that right now.
Strawberry milk is great.
So
Like the bag
and what's
Nestle.
so funny is like so Shamrock was so generous to send. I have two nephews. Like, hey, thank you so much for the protein. The boys love it. They like the caramel one, but their favorite one is strawberry. And I was like, oh, come on. I was like,
Wait,
oh.
you sent him a gift package?
100%. Well, I didn't. Shamrock did. And
Did you get a gift package?
they
No, I
looked at
haven't.
him and they were like,
Listen, I'm good with protein, dog. This is a man's body. This is a gentleman's body, Richard.
When did you realize that? Because you
that he had a
sorry,
man's
you just-
body.
No.
That he had a
I looked
man's
at
body.
pictures.
I think it's relatively new.
I was looking at some of the most famous people in the world, like Joe Jonas and Leonardo DiCaprio, and I was like, six-pack? Pfft, who needs that? That's too much time in the gym. I'm trying to read more books. I'm trying to better myself that way. So intellectually, I have a six-pack. I've given this
Physically,
up
you
for
don't.
this.
Physically?
nah.
That
I don't
explain-
need that for what I need to do, and that's make the world a better place.
Do you relate to that?
No, I
How
have,
are
I have
you
no.
making the-
No. I don't believe in what Channing believes. I believe that the one thing that's trippy is that we're gonna get old on you guys. I'm an old dude. I'm about to turn 40 this year, and so like when you're look good. It's okay. Don't worry. No, but when you're working out and stuff like that, that's one thing that even as kids we always like in college. It was like as soon as you're done working out, like get your protein in you, get your shake in you, and so even now it's a part of my routine because I work I work out. I don't know what he does.
Did he work out today?
I don't know what he does.
Nope, I did.
I don't know what he does, so
Everybody's
I
a
work
work in
out.
progress, Richard, okay? Listen, even Van Gogh was trying to touch up his paintings.
Oh my God, he was
I'm
not.
perfect in God's eyes. Thank
So,
you, Doug.
but you guys understand, just one more question about this. You guys understand the benefit of protein even after being an athlete?
Oh yeah, because so like as you get older, and some of you guys are intelligent here, not all. As you get older,
I got straight A's in school.
your testosterone starts to drop, and so like for Channing, he does like estrogen blockers, right?
It's tough. Sometimes it's like, you can't help how
He's
you're
just
made, so you
he's a
just
man.
gotta
He's a
adjust
man.
and
He's
keep
got
going.
how many daughters do you have now?
3?
3. You're a girl
I
dad.
have now. I have
You're
one
a
boy
girl
now.
dad.
You're a girl
I'm
dad.
cool with that.
Be
Yeah.
proud of a girl dad.
I'm
You
super
should.
proud. I had 3 of them.
Yeah.
I can't not be proud of them.
You cannot not
And they are
be proud.
savages, by the way, so good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, savages.
No, and so yeah, like protein and just that's just for me. It's just now a consistent part of anything I do. As Channing glares at me for making fun of him, he's like this.
Oh, no, I'm actually looking at you. It's dark over
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay. What a
It's
jerk.
dark on that side of the room.
Is it? Can you guys see me
People
okay?
keep trickling in.
Tight.
Okay.
Obviously,
That's the
they've
same
heard
person,
about-
by the way.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure he was here at the beginning.
No, I don't think he was allowed to be in here.
Same guy.
Your guys are
Same
fine.
guy.
It's the same guy. It's always the same guy.
But I have seen a lot of Channing jerseys from a bunch of different organizations.
you know what?
We got some New York.
It was probably a 2 for
We got
1.
some Phoenix.
And they were like, get this Phoenix and you get a New York. No, just kidding. Thank you so
We
much
even
for
have a
these.
Kevin Love.
Oh yeah,
Is
that a
yeah,
Kevin Love?
yeah.
You got to take a picture with that?
Boo. Who's booing Kevin Love?
Oh, you what?
Oh,
Brad,
because he
you're
went to That's fair. That is fair.
Is that what goes to town here?
I know when you're in a good school, when you
Okay,
play other
hang
good
on.
schools,
Time out.
is Toledo Division 1?
Time out.
Who? Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
but that's
Thank
how
you.
you can win and still be a loser, right? Like that's a perfect definition.
You have issues.
Yeah.
With that said,
yeah.
with that said, we were just Toledo is a Division I school. Thank you. We were just having a
that's
conversation
cool.
last night because I brought Channing to Toledo, and Channing didn't last until 8 o'clock.
I went hard. I'm a day drinker.
He
I like to
struggled.
get 8 hours.
He really
It's good.
struggled. So I'm trying to figure out really what the scene is going to be like when I come here. And they've talked it up so much that on a
Yeah,
Wednesday, any given day.
But she took him to like a football tailgate, right? This is a Wednesday, like basketball games tomorrow, so everyone's revving
I
up for
drove up.
that, right?
No,
Road
you guys
sodies.
have to have better pride in your school.
Went to eat, had a few, went to the game, had
Anyways,
the ball out. I didn't
long
know there was
story
even a
short,
football team.
Channing
but
told me that this was a
going.
academic powerhouse.
That's not true.
How do we
That's
feel-
not
how do
true.
we feel about that?
That's not true. No one here believes that.
The guy's shaking literally his head. no.
Yeah, it's like no one believes that. Like I think Arizona is the perfect combination of learning how to adult, right? Because you're like, guys, I can't
That's
go out.
every
I can't go out
university.
every night. No,
Yes,
not
it
every.
is.
se-
We
can't
all
go
learn
out.
how to adult during those years. We make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah,
Not proud of a lot of
I
things
think
we
the
do.
percentage rate of mistakes by Arizona freshmen are a little bit higher.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
probably
have 4 seasons. We have 2. It's either hot as shit or, oh, this ain't that bad.
yeah, right.
Right now, it ain't that bad.
Yeah. So wait, we got any freshmen here? Good, we can drink.
We do.
All right.
Vega.
How many people here
Vega.
How many people stayed
Vega?
here in the dorms?
Yep.
Who was the dorm? Any students here? Not in the dorms actively, but like stayed in the dorms when they were okay. What dorm did you stay in? Graham Greenlee. I was in La Paz. What were you in? Yavapai. Channing, what dorm were you in?
La Paz.
La Paz?
How many dorms are there here?
There's a lot now.
I think when we were here,
Yeah.
maybe 6.
La Paz. How about this?
3
La
that
Paz was
mattered.
the brand new dorm when I showed up, and now there's probably like 10 more dorms. Yeah. Anybody get kicked out of their dorm, or know someone that get kicked? I see you smiling. Someone get kicked out of their dorm?
Obviously, you didn't know your RA very well.
What happened? Why'd you almost get kicked out?
No, not me, somebody I know.
Well, tell the story. Tell a friend. Okay,
just
you're
say-
taking way too long. It's not a pop quiz, man. It's not just like.
3 years ago.
It's okay.
It's okay. Well, I'll tell you a story from 20 years ago. Then we were freshmen in La Paz, and we, again, are we allowed to talk about Michael Jackson? Okay, well,
We can edit.
okay.
Too late now.
So there was a musician who had a song called "Man in the Mirror," and me and Luke Walton was my
He might
roommate.
not want you to talk about Michael Jackson.
Luke Walton was my roommate. We were roommates. We were freshmen, and we would play the song all the time. That was just always been our thing. We've been friends for 20 plus years, and it was just like we would just find one song and play it 100 times. So some girls below us wrote on our little thing on our dorms like, "Hey, could you please stop playing Man in the Mirror?" Obviously, that was a test. That was a challenge to see how many times we can play it. So we put our speaker, and you guys know La Paz, how it has that like a little C, and you walk into the thing. We put our speaker, because ours was one of the doors, or one of the windows facing that corridor. We put our speaker there. We put it on repeat. We turned it up at about 9 a.m., and then we left to go to class. Let's just say, had there been social media at the time, but we might have gotten cussed out by RAs, by the head of the dorm. Probably had to meet with the dean once to make sure that they didn't kick us out of school because they couldn't get into our room for some reason. They didn't have a lock. So yeah, it was.
Sounds a lot like when, fast forward your lives 10 years later, the two of you as legitimate adults walk into a restaurant in Columbus, Ohio, and play the Cisco song over and over and over.
That's really
The
funny.
two of you.
That was Richard. I was very uncomfortable after 3. I thought it was, listen, hilarious 1. Oh, we're doing this again 2. These people are going to kill us 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's me looking at Richard crying, laughing now. Me thinking, which one do I have to take out first to have a chance with the rest of them? Because people are like, oh, the thought. And then by 6, they were like, who has the button? Who has the button to turn this off? Play a different song.
No, and so I learned it from a comedian. I don't remember who he played. He played Tom Jones. And he was like, it's so great to just go and put it on a jukebox and put the song on 10 times and then just sit and just wait and just watch people's reactions. Which I will say this, if anybody wants to do that, that is a very, very good joke. Channing started to get nervous. He's like, dude, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. And I'm like, or we can kind of stay here and keep watching people wonder why. Because if you listen to the thong song,
it never really ends.
It never really ends.
It just kind of fades. So
even the end of the song.
If the fader is on, it's like, dong, 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 let me see the booty go. And then there's a new song, and you're like, oh, shit. So people at the bar were like, damn, what is this, Bohemian Rhapsody? Is this a 6-minute song?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was awkward.
It wasn't that awkward.
Speaking of guys getting kicked out, so I've had teammates walk through with a boombox or a speaker behind them.
By the way, we're live on Instagram.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's only on Richard.
Oh, we're good. We're good. He got 5 followers.
Yeah, it's only on me.
So we were in La Paz, and there was 5. We had 5 freshmen, and out of those 5 freshmen, all of us stayed with another friend of ours. So no 2 players stayed together. So if you can imagine, that's 10 just balls of humans everywhere. And one of my teammates at the time, his buddy and him decided to whip with towels all the RAs and spray them
That's
with.
physical abuse, Channing.
That's
You
threatening.
can't tell
Not in
story.
in a mean way. Now it sounds
Channing,
horrible.
this is 2020. If you touch anybody without their consent, it's
Just specify the year.
That's right, the year 2005.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
We didn't know what social media
2005.
was.
So RAs would come around the corner, and they took the fire hydrant, sprayed them with a fire hydrant, and then would wrap up their legs and tackle them and spray them more with the fire hydrant and run away giggling. And they end up doing that for all levels, all the RAs.
oh wow.
And yeah, they end up not staying there too long.
Intense.
Yeah, 3 of the RAs laughed. 2 did not laugh.
You only need one to not laugh. You
Yeah,
only need one
two
to not
did
laugh.
not laugh, but we were laughing until the one RA did not laugh and tried to fight these 2 guys, and we were like, okay, you can't punch this dude in the face, he's gonna beat your ass. But you can't do it. Anyways, it was.
Someone would have beat you up?
No, I wasn't doing this.
No, Channing's a lover. Channing's not a fighter.
Dude, I'm not a fighter, obviously. Obviously. This is love, like a big old teddy bear, just come on squishy and warm and delicious.
Do you guys just
Did
love?
you just describe yourself as squishy, warm, and delicious?
Yeah, I'm like, it's like a bomb.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's how you view yourself, and I
Like, what
completely-
about that is not like, oh my God, yeah.
I look at
Thank
him,
you.
and there's just
Warm and
nothing.
delicious.
There's nothing about that.
If I stay, right
just
now, I'm
described. He
squished. It's
described
like Big
himself
Hero
as a
6,
fucking
you know,
Cinnabon.
like
Like, how are you a
Big
Cinnabon?
Hero 6. People that seen that movie, you know, sometimes when I sit down, I'm like,
No. You're me. How do you know me?
you know, enough about me. Allie, how are you doing?
Yeah, Allie.
No, I want to know what it's like to be back on campus because earlier he was so gung ho about going out, and you were like, I gotta like kind of.
I have social anxiety sometimes.
Okay.
Now that I'm retired, I literally never leave my hotel. I don't know why. It's like the world is so new again.
I think it's so cool to be back here, and I've never been here before. So for you guys, I could only imagine that it'd be amazing.
No, it's really cool, especially coming here with people that have never been here before. Like, we'll take you into McHale, and McHale's just like a shrine to basketball and volleyball. So it's cool to go in there and see all the pictures of like the champions. And the cool thing about it is like the players now, just like us, the players now see the guys that came before them. Now, I'm old, I know, but it was the Steve Kerrs, the Mike Bibbies, the Michael Dickersons. And so you would see those guys, and you just wanted to be up on the wall with them. So to even come back and see your name up on the wall, and then to see another generation that you might have inspired, that part is always cool to come back when you see that.
Like, people know about basketball at U of A, but when I was here, our baseball team was good. Our softball team was always nice. We had 4 or 5 Olympians on a swimming team. Obviously, the basketball team was nice. And football team was solid. We had 3 or 4 really good football players.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, we were one of the teams in the top 10. I don't know what that award is for the school that, like, has the best all around, like baseball, basketball, women's. Like, our women's basketball team was good.
Yeah, shout out to Adia Barnes. She's crushing it right now.
crushing
Got the women's
Yeah,
team
yeah.
doing really well.
Famous?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
ball.
Okay, Allie, go perk up now.
Okay.
But no, I mean, obviously both of us are from Phoenix. To have the opportunity to come back here all the
Very
time.
different sides of Phoenix, though.
I mean, I'm from Chandler. Very,
Thank
very
you.
farmy.
That's a
When
different.
I was there, farmy.
Yes. Don't,
Very-
I see you getting hyped over there.
I
You
grew
Don't.
up
roast
on
me
the
all
other
the time
side
for being
of-
on a farm.
I
You
grew up on
a
the
farm?
other side of a farm. So it was like a little canal, and then it was a farm, and then it was my neighborhood.
We've been doing road tripping for 3 years.
I've told you this maybe twice.
He lived by a farm. Arizona is a very agricultural.
Everybody, if
And
you
you
lived in
still
Arizona,
needed an air conditioner in your vehicle?
I didn't have AC in my car.
But you
Channing was
complained
roughing it
because of
as a child.
Dude, my dad was like,
Is it
hey, if you
hot
get
here?
good grades,
It's hot.
Wait,
When
wait,
does it get hot?
wait, did you? What did you? What the fuck did you say?
Allie.
When I want to know. When
Did
does
you
it get
just say-
hot?
did you-
May. Okay, it gets hot in May in Ohio. Okay, and so when?
Till
Yeah,
September.
you're hot?
No, you don't understand. Do you see everyone was like, wait,
Yeah.
wait. You don't understand. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Are you,
Ohio
you're
hot
kidding.
is humid.
Okay, I know I don't watch movies, but I freaking know how hot it gets here.
Have you seen the movie Dunes?
I just said I don't watch movies.
Well, okay.
I'm just
I
trying to figure out how
assumed.
you grew up on a farm, but you're so weak that you need air conditioning in your vehicle.
Oh, shit.
Well, layers of my skin have been peeled off by the scorching sun,
Stop.
and now I am tampered for life.
Tampered for life?
What a word.
You're tampered for life.
Yeah, I'm scarred. There we go. Better
Yeah,
word.
scarred is a better scarred's a much better word than tampered.
Let's see what the people want to
No,
talk about.
let-
They don't want
let-
to talk about me and my
He
issues.
was so quick to get
He
to
wants to
this
change
Q&A.
the subject.
He
No,
wants
no,
to
screw the
Q&A.
Q&A. No,
We will.
no, it
We will.
really, like, no BS. It will go. You'll go weeks without
A cloud.
a cloud without it going below 100. Like, I'm talking about at nighttime, at midnight, it will
What's
say
the
98.
humidity?
Zero.
Imagine, take an oven,
Open
put it to
the oven.
350, put your
And
face
make-
in there, and that's like 10 o'clock at night.
Yes. Whereas, like, you
We
can't.
used to cook eggs on the sidewalk as a scientific
If
thing.
you try and open
That's
your.
a real thing?
Yes.
Oh, it's a very real thing.
You go put your car
Over easy. Get
You
the
let your
gravel out.
Salt
listen.
and pepper and everything?
No,
No,
it was like eating it. Lord have mercy. You don't know.
Well, no, not a skillet, just on the ground. People, they're
And it actually
it's
cooked?
better now.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
How many of you guys used to hear the stories about people that would like walk out barefoot to their mailbox and like burn their feet, right?
You
The
can.
seatbelt.
The seatbelt.
boy,
Oh, the
listen.
seatbelt. The seatbelt.
If
The
the
seatbelt mess you up.
touched you, you'd have oven mitts to put the seatbelt on. You were like,
Stop it.
what?
I kid
Did
you
that
not.
seatbelt touch your skin?
Look, the best thing about
I might
iPods
have
is
a
that you
scar
didn't have to
still.
worry about all your CDs and stuff getting destroyed because they would just melt. This is not an exaggeration. Like if you were to go into a store and come back out, let's say an hour later, and open up your car. Oh, it was you couldn't touch anything. Yeah, it was
Alec,
bad.
In 2010, when I signed with the Suns, my wife went to go check on a house, and then, you know, like when you go get a house, they have a lockbox. It was 115. She went to get the key out the thing. She put the key in there, turned it. The key melted and twisted. And she took a picture of it and sent it to me like, well, this probably isn't the house for us.
Yeah.
Smart, Lauren.
No, it is something
She was
that
like,
everyone needs to experience it at some point in time. The heat.
That
in-
doesn't sound like anything I want to experience.
No, because due to global warming, it's like mandatory that everyone's going to have to
But
get
when you're
used
in school,
to
you don't have to
100.
deal with that.
What do you mean you don't? You got to work.
Well, let's just say I
School
might
gets out in May.
not have been the best student. I might have spent some summers
Right,
here.
right. Listen,
You
I
gotta
don't know
go to
what school got
summer
out
I
of May.
might
It
have
just-
spent some summers
You all
here.
went to school?
we
Yeah,
had 3
well,
semesters.
pre-session was great. You guys do pre-session? Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I saw one nod. but
Yeah,
it's
one nod. I
right,
was like,
he
yeah.
goes,
Pre-session, you just go to like the same class for like 3 weeks for like
6
6
hours a day.
hours, 5 hours, or whatever, and so you get a full credit. So it's easy. So most of the school stays, and because like you only have it's one class, everyone just kind of rages the whole time you're here because you just sit there and sleep in the class, or at least that's what I did. Why I didn't pass.
The
That-
professors here are not excited as kids continue to trickle in.
Oh yeah, I'd like to use the term flow versus trickle. but thank you. It's
I don't know
cool.
why that's funny, but it is.
It was funny.
I think
It was
in like
funny.
an
You like
hour I'm
Sour.
gonna giggle about that.
Yeah.
It sounds
They
nasty.
are
Yeah.
trickling in.
Hey, everybody, so we're on Instagram Live. There's Allie. Hey, Allie. There's Channing. Great. So yeah, we're here. We're going to keep telling stories. But is there any questions you guys have for me or Channing, or if you guys have any questions about movies? Allie is our resident movie buff.
She's seen 4,
Yes.
and that's
But
the Notebook twice.
you know what? I watched last night. I watched The Cutting Edge. You guys are way too old.
Topic.
Yeah, Cutting Edge is a really good movie.
I've seen that movie.
Old rom-com. Any questions?
Yeah. He didn't watch it. What's your
Oh.
name?
I saw.
Brady?
Yeah.
Brady is
Dude,
asking.
I thought it was amazing.
Wait, why did you?
You didn't see it. I was
I
there.
saw the highlights like everybody else.
No. If you were there, here's what I'll say. I personally thought the dunks were amazing.
Thanks,
but
Channing.
I got tired of everyone jumping over somebody. Right? Also,
Oh, so tired of
They
people
both
coming
jump
from
over
some like the
doing it
7-footers.
over
Like,
and
I'm
over
so
and over
tired
again. I
of
think
people
at some
jumping
point
over people.
They need to have a certain amount of dunks, right? And Derek Jones Jr.'s dunk from the free throw line is amazing and is.
But it wasn't. It was
But
a step
here's the
in.
thing.
We've seen it.
Okay, a step in from, whatever.
But
18
when you
feet.
think of how he got a 48,
Zach
obviously you're
Levine did that
finding-
last year, and there's a video. Instagram kills the dunk contest because they saw Zach Levine try to do a 360 from the free throw line just when he was practicing for the three-point contest. So, like,
Have you ever been in a dunk contest, Channing?
Richard, why? They pay you more to do a three-point contest.
He has a
If
point.
I had something,
No, he
to
does
drink, I
have a
would just-
point, but we're not talking about
Hang
the
on.
3-point contest right now.
But
I
when
was
you
only in that.
jump over 7, what?
He did not jump over him like that.
Yes, he did.
Taco, I promise you,
Taco.
Wait, are you for Derek Jones Jr.?
I love Aaron Gordon. That's my guy, but
Oh, we're on.
he did not. Aaron Gordon should have won in regulation. After regulation,
But what is
he did
regulation?
not win.
There's not a
4
regulation.
dunks. He should have won.
Well, they didn't.
They didn't do that. So then he did not win. That's what I'm saying. They
You
cheated,
think-
but he
you
still
think
lost.
that Derek
So-
Jones Jr.'s final dunk was better than Aaron Gordon, who went where? Who went where?
Arizona.
Okay.
You know what's crazy is
Do you
that
want me to
Who jumped
be
over-
unconditional love, or do you want me to love how I know to love?
Oh. Oh my God.
like
You're
that?
so sad.
I don't know if people on
Look at
Instagram.
the little kiddo.
Oh yeah, look at the little kids. What's up, guys?
Okay, Alex.
Channing, change. You got to change how you talk now. There's kids here. Okay.
I'm talking about love, dog. You'll be body shaming me half the
Well, the crazy thing is that Aaron Gordon he has the most quote unquote 10s in NBA, like in
He's the
dunk
best
contest
second
history.
place- second place
Yeah, or
dunker
50,
of all
excuse me, of like straight 10s, right? So he's got the most 50s, and
You're,
he has no trophy.
Your guy is Dwayne Wade,
Yeah.
and a lot of people thought that he was the one that went off script. How do you? Oh, Homer.
Miami.
Homer. How do you feel about that?
What I heard was that D Wade was supposed to do a 9. Somebody else, other than D Wade, was not supposed to do a 9.
Okay.
So they were going to give him another tie, and somebody misheard what was happening, and
So
people gave
there
him
was
9.
shadiness going on behind the scenes.
Well, they didn't think either one should have won, so they were going to give it to somebody else to do it, and then somebody accidentally gave him a 9 when they were supposed to give him a 10, so that the score would have been tied.
Is everyone upset that Aaron Gordon didn't win the dunk contest?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm
Twice.
upset too.
Apparently, what are you raising your hand back? We're not taking questions. What? No, I'm joking. Well, I'm joking.
No,
What's
we're
your
totally
question? We're
joking.
just joking.
All right, here we go.
We're just joking.
Do you think that Dwayne Wade's bias though towards Derek Jones?
1,000. Listen, 1,000
What's your
fucking
name?
percent.
What
Grace.
is it?
Grace.
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 I would have been biased too.
If I would have been up there, I would have 100% given him a 6. And then I would have given Aaron Gordon a 10, and I would have looked at everybody like, what? What? Say, I don't care. I would have never been invited back, but it would have still been awesome. Fair?
respect that.
Do you
I
respect that?
respect that.
Yeah, okay. It's
on.
all about people. It's not about having people that will lie for not to have people that will cheat for you or whatever. It's about having people that will actually lie for you.
All right, what about the actual All-Star game?
Was tight.
We're fans of it? You watched fourth quarter.
That's it? In replay.
No, but-
In replay. I saw the highlights of the fourth quarter.
The game was tight.
I was at a
Rich.
bachelor party.
Not true.
Yeah.
He barely saw that then.
Yeah. No,
I thought the game was tight. I liked the setup.
The setup was really, really cool. I liked it because we all grew up watching a very, very competitive game. Watching guys have to hit free throws, guys like playing like the last like 6-7 minutes used to be fun, and then somehow it just turned into like a dunk contest, and you're just like, this is awful.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you feel that the All-Star game should not be won on a free throw?
No, that's
you
fine.
foul.
I'm fine. I'm
That's
fine
how
with
the
that.
game is.
Yeah,
You're
I'm fine
okay
with
with
that.
that?
I'm fine with that.
Shoot
Were
free
y'all
throws.
mad about that?
No,
Not as exciting?
yeah.
Yeah, but like think about the free throw was the 1 second at the end of the game, but think about how long that quarter was of how exciting that was. So you can't get both without something happening because then everyone's just going to keep fouling.
And yeah, truth
I
be
like
told,
the
keep
take
fouling,
two.
keep fouling,
I
keep
was
fouling.
reading.
Like-
I like the take two that how did Kobe's 81st point come? How did Kobe's 60th point come?
Free throws.
Exactly.
How
yeah.
did his
I
first
still
points
think-
come? If you add all the stuff together, I saw this on Twitter.
If
you add all the points together, it equals
you don't? Yeah,
24.
yeah. No, I get it. I just
157 minus 155 is 2.
Ooh. Good math. That's a lot
No,
of
but
numbers.
I still think that free throws are part of the game, though.
yeah, they are.
They
I'm
are.
okay with it ending on a free throw because that's actually one individual that has a chance to be extremely clutch. I think it was Rolando Blackman back in the day in like the 80s had to knock down 2 free throws to win the game. So like that's been a part of it, and it was like known as one of the best All-Star games because it was like he had, it was like a couple seconds left to go, and he had to knock down 2 free throws, 1 to tie, 1 to win. And so yeah, you want to see, I'm gonna be really honest. If the NBA Finals can end in a free throw, right? Because somebody knocks down a big free throw, I'm okay with the All-Star game ending in a free throw because there's still a level of pressure and like intenseness in that moment for that individual that you get to watch. So I'm
I
okay
agree.
with that. Do you have a question? With the big red hand, you have a question? Oh no, it wasn't. You were just okay.
So cute. Are there any other questions before I ask? Oh yeah.
Yeah, when are you guys going to come out and call an Arizona basketball game on national?
Tomorrow.
National TV.
No. Bill calls all those games.
I think that'd be a great idea for these two to be in the booth at the same time.
So I'm calling a
We
game.
would not say
I'm
anything about the game.
I'm calling a game with Bill, but it's UCLA versus Arizona at Pauley Pavilion in LA. So I'm doing that game in like a week or so. But I will be calling the game here versus Oregon State tomorrow. And you guys talk about like being biased or non-biased. Yeah, I try my best not to shade towards Arizona, but I don't do a very good job. Pac-12, the Pac-12 network.
Do you call games?
No.
Do you want
Oh,
to call games?
I don't. I don't know if I've never done it. I'm
Why
more
are
of
you
an
clutching your
in-studio-
pearls? You're like, I don't. Like I don't.
Well,
I was
he
just-
said it. I thought it was like I wasn't trying to be. It's just something I've never done.
You have to talk a lot. Are you good at talking?
I'm okay. I've been like I would
attention
just start.
span.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just start talking about stuff like.
You start looking at butterflies. That's what I call it. That's what when I work with Ian Eagle, he knows. Like every once in a while, I'll just be like,
Oh yeah.
look at the
I'll-
kid in
I'll
the
start
third row
talking
with
about,
popcorn.
Like the real
Yeah.
aspects of the game, like their help side defense is a second too slow.
Yeah.
Like goodness gracious, X on that. Like. hit
That's
him
what
with
you're
that move.
supposed to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm
supposed to
good. I'll be
teach.
good.
Yeah.
Shoot, okay, what's up?
Yeah. So Bill, see, I'm a big Bill Walton fan, not necessarily because, of my relationship with him, but because I sit here, and as much as he is different and he is unique and special, you're never going to see another one like him as long as you live. Like, you'll never be able to see an individual that will come on, just say who knows what. Just say who
That
knows
will
what
eat
for
a burning candle.
A game that's not us.
Yeah, well, and I get it.
That's why you turn it down
And
and
you
turn off
also,
the radio.
and he wasn't as crazy when he used to call NBA Finals games because, like, he's one of the best in the business. But I think he does it, and I get everybody is not for everybody. But I do believe that, when you watch a game, you like 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you're going to be like, unless you've heard Bill Walton call a basketball game, you haven't heard. Did anybody else, like, he called an Angels game. And it was one of the funniest things of all time. This man had never watched, I swear he'd never watched baseball, and called an Angels game. And Mike Trout, one of the great players in the history of baseball, he was just, Mike Trout hits a home run. He's like, wait, that's Trout? Then he just starts going on this ramble about, like, Trout swimming upstream and, like, in
Fish.
Yellowstone and
Trout.
fish. And just, you're just like, wait, what? So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll get a chance to call a game with Bill. Me? Oh, definitely. No, not at this point in time I'm allowed to get paid for my exploits. Bill got me suspended. You heard.
He said it on the podcast.
Yeah, what a jerk. Yeah, Luke said he did it just so he could start a game, which I thought was kind of selfish.
So Luke could start a game?
Luke could start a game.
Luke
yeah.
didn't start in college?
When he was
Did you guys, you played the same position?
Yeah, yeah. Me and Luke were not the smartest too. We met on our visit and decided to come here at the same time, and we were both probably the top 2 or 3 small forwards in the country, especially on the West Coast. Like Tayshaun Prince was probably rated number 1. He went to Kentucky, so Arizona, UCLA, Utah, Arizona State, they were all kind of battling for me and him, and then we both came to this campus on the same trip, and we're like, yeah, this looks like this is going to do, so we're good. So my freshman year, I started. He broke his foot, so I started the whole year. Then sophomore year, I broke my foot against Stanford, so he started the rest of the year. And then my junior year, his sophomore year, I started, and he came off the bench. He was our 6th man, and we went to the national championship.
How'd that go?
Shitty. Really. We got cheated. They didn't call fouls on anyone from Duke, Jason Williams. They didn't call fouls on anybody. There's footage. Everyone knows. It's no big deal. And so, no. What? How hurt was Gilbert? Well, you never know because any physical pain with Gilbert is the same as mental pain, right? So, like, he's emotionally hurt. He's physically, mentally hurt.
Gilbert supports you so much on your IG.
I love Gilbert. Gilbert is a brother of mine, right?
But you're dogging him right now.
No, I'm speaking the truth. Gilbert one time, because we used to always play pranks on each other, surprise, surprise. Somebody did something to Gilbert's room. I don't know, like they went into his room and like turned over his sheets. So he went, and I don't know if I've told this story before. You know the little key cards? Where he went and stuck pennies. We went to dinner, and after we went to dinner, he was the last one to the bus. He stuck pennies in their key card, right? This is the genius behind it. That normally you have security can come with a master key and open it, but they couldn't even get the security master key in. So they had to call maintenance in to come and take off the complete lock of the door. So, like, mind you, we have a game the next night, and there's guys sleeping in the hallway till 1 a.m. while maintenance is trying to take off the entire lock of a door. So, yes, I give Gilbert a lot of mess. That wasn't me. Gilbert knew better. But, yeah, that wasn't me.
Is this the auditorium that you told that story in?
No. It was 4 times bigger than this. Oh, do you want me to tell the story? Oh, sorry.
Everyone probably heard it. Have you all heard it?
Yeah,
Oh my
everyone's
God,
heard this
y'all
story.
really listen.
No, it's
Yes.
tight. No, it was 4 times bigger, and I was sitting right there.
You were sitting in the front row?
Yeah, front row. And it was the
What
like
building?
community, like family. Lord have mercy. The family studies communication building was like every.
That's not a real
freshman had
building,
to-
but okay.
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Is that where you were
something.
taking nutrition, food, and you?
No, I took rap culture and God.
Rap, culture, and God?
Culture and God.
It was very informative.
Let me.
Okay, Do you have a favorite story here in Arizona?
Oh,
Yeah, Channing, do you have a favorite story?
basketball story. My favorite was my freshman year. We were down to UCLA when they had a great team.
Yeah.
Capono and
Aaron
all those guys.
Afalo. Was Aaron
Yeah.
Afalo on that team? Yeah.
No, is Aaron Afalo my age? Yes.
Wait, what?
I didn't know.
He's
how
trying to
old
tell
Aaron
a story.
was. Yeah. So, anyways, we were down by a lot. We came back, and once we won, they rushed the court. And I was like, oh, this is tight. They rushed the court. And, like, Jay Gardner and Luke were like, no, Channing, you don't understand. U of A people don't rush the court just to win any game. And, like, just seeing the crowd and being a freshman and being a part of that was, like,
How
made
about
my whole year.
Off the court.
Yeah, no, like, thank.
Oh,
I
really
appreciate
care
I
about-
appreciate your basketball.
Okay, so I had a
stuff.
teammate who was very, very, very different. And he couldn't play, right? So he could play, but he couldn't get on the court. So he felt like he needed to get his conditioning up. So, you know, oh, God, why did I forget the name of that thing? The mall.
The
So he would
mall?
wear-
You forgot the name of the
Well,
mall?
the long strip of grass. It's been a long day. I traveled, early, jet lag.
What is that thing again?
So
what is that thing called?
the long strip of grass.
The quad.
The center of your university.
The quad.
The legit center of the university. So
Okay.
I had a late class, and I see him in a fleece. This is in May. Fleece, tights, regular like workout tights, basketball shoes, bandana, big headphones. This is 2000, I think 4 or 5, and the Walkman tucked into his tights.
The Walkman.
The Walkman tucked
Sony.
into his tights, and he was running through the mall, and all of us, like 4 or 5 players, are like, "What is this dude effing doing right now?" And so we stopped him, like, "Dude, like, obviously, I'm gonna say his name now. We're like, Chris, what are you doing?"
No, don't do that.
No. That's Rick. You're thinking of Rick Anderson. And we're like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Man, I'm getting in shape." And he's like, "We're like,
Oh, he had like the sweat jacket on.
dude, it was 100 degrees. The dude was just running." And we're like, "Chris, what are you doing?" He goes, I'm just getting in shape." We're like, "Chris, why don't you just go run on a treadmill?" He goes, "This is challenging my mind better." And put on his helmet, but put on his headphones and just started sprinting again and literally was doing laps. And by the time we got done with class, was still doing it. But like that was probably the weirdest experience. Other than that, I can't really tell you any stories because it's about me getting kicked out of bars I shouldn't have been in, house
Dirtbags?
parties. No, dirtbags won't even let you in.
What?
What did he say?
Belushi's definitely.
Belushi.
Channing, you got to understand that like most of these kids weren't born when you were
Okay,
like,
perfect.
going
Yeah,
through
oh
Wait,
yeah.
so does Belushi still exist? Oh.
No, I mean I've been to house parties where the police came and my big ass had to hop a fence and, like go and like hop fences to a point where somebody's in their backyard and I'm like, please God, don't do this, don't call anybody, And I'm a freshman, I had never drank in high school, so I was like trashed. I was like, please don't call anybody, I'm gonna get in trouble, Oh man, I was pretty sheltered, but it makes school great. That's why I love this college. It's like I remember the first time I got hung over because of this guy. And I had to go, we had like I think it was a red and blue game. And they were like, "Channing, you all right? You're sweating." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I just had a bad burrito." And they were like,
Because
"Yeah, a
Richard
bad
got you
burrito,
drunk?
huh?"
Because Richard got you drunk?
Oh, smashed. I never drank.
What is smash? What does that mean?
Smash
Smash?
is like right before you get blackout.
No, I know. I'm saying
Smash is right before
I
you.
know.
Smash
Boy,
is right
it's how
before you're
many-
like, dude, you're smashed. Then you're like, oh, he blackout.
you're also a 7
Water.
footer. So how much does that take?
Oh, it was like 3 Bartles
my
and
God.
James wine coolers to get him drunk.
Oh, dog.
He was a lightweight.
What?
There was a
Well,
couple of
used to
wine
be, used
coolers.
to be, used
He
to
drank
be.
like 3
Wine
Zimos.
coolers? You drink
Yeah,
wine.
wine,
You're
Zima.
7 foot.
Jay Gardner, listen, when you're balling on a budget now, listen, we had to pop off. You said there was some
You
Kool-Aid
drink
in
wine
that.
coolers?
I don't want to say wine coolers.
Boone's Fire?
I did not drink booze.
Oh, well, we can't say that now when all we drink is White Claw. So it's like we're
Speak
judging.
up.
Okay, I don't think we could. Okay, anyways.
Gosh,
I'm a
you're
rule
so
follower.
scared. You're
favorite-
Such a
fucking
rule
40.
follower. My bad.
What's your
Anyways,
favorite story?
more
What's my
questions. Who has
favorite
more
story?
questions?
No,
we
Richard
no,
has a
we
favorite
got-
campus.
What's the maddest Lute Olson's ever been?
First of all, Lute Olson does not cuss.
He
which
doesn't
is-
cuss. Lute
and I've
never
seen him make
cuss.
dudes cry.
Yeah, he's never. Yes, that's.
Do you
that-
want to be here?
It's like it's. That's your dad. It's like your dad
Oh,
just.
I'm so
constant-
disappointed.
Everything he says is that he's
Tears.
disappointed in you. So
Oh.
he didn't really have to go. He didn't have to go that hard. If I ever saw him mad, it was like referees and other stuff, but not at his players.
Oh, I saw the other side of that.
Yeah, well, you were a bit of a
It wasn't mad at
disappointment.
me. Listen, I was like, "What you want, coach?"
Yeah. No, everybody that comes here has so many stories, and I feel like I've told so many of them.
You have.
One of my favorite stories is when our very first podcast in
Right.
that hotel room, right?
Okay.
And Kyrie came.
Yeah.
That whole session.
Yeah.
He was
And you
eating
guys-
M&Ms the whole time.
He was eating it. You were eating M&Ms the entire
You know, I don't
time.
eat M&Ms, so that is false. I think
You
they're
were-
disgusting.
Okay, Skittles, whatever they were.
You might
Dasani
have-
I feel like,
bottle?
do we have
You
any more
two-way tape
questions?
the
Any
answers?
more questions? Yeah, it's
Kevin
actually
Love.
genius.
Kevin Love.
When you guys first joined the Cavs, what was your first interaction with Michael Jordan?
Joe.
Joe.
Joe, well,
First joined the Cavs.
yeah, well, Joe, I joined, and they didn't think I liked any of them because I'm not a big NBA guy. Like, you can see there's certain guys that hang out with, like, all NBA players. Like, that's just their whatever. There are certain guys that kind of do their own thing. So I didn't really hang out with them that much. It took me a couple of weeks to kind of just get to know the guys, whatever. And then Channing had the ability, the fortunate spot to come in. And they were like, "Hey, Richard, what's Channing like?" I'm like, "Guys, you guys are loving me. Super serious, super focused." They're like, "Oh, great." And so that was part cool, is that, like, I had kind of gotten to know the guys, so I could either help Channing out or kind of give Channing the blessing, as it may.
Were you always a Cavs fan?
Yeah.
So you remember?
Fans since like Mo Williams and like.
So Anderson Varejao,
Yeah.
right? So when he
That hurts your
came,
feelings.
when Andy got traded and he was the guy that came in, I am born and raised, of course, Ohio,
Yeah.
Cavs,
F
everything.
me,
fan.
dude.
I was like, who is this dude coming?
Who is this dude?
I thought the
is this
same
dude?
thing.
Because he was
worked out though.
dog poo-poo
worked out.
in
Was
Orlando.
that dog poo poo or
You
was
were
our team dog poo poo?
both.
We didn't even have plays half the season. I said,
Yeah.
this ain't it. So listen, here's a funny story. Richard comes to town. Orlando plays Cleveland. We get our head bust in. Richard's like, "Dude, come have a drink." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not drinking with your team. You just beat us by 50. I'm upset." He goes, "Shane, I'll buy you a margarita." I said, "Done. Okay, I'm in." So we go drink, and now we're like going to the one spot, Rocco's Tacos, and the whole team is there. And I'm like, damn, I got to be cool with these dudes. Yes, basically bust me up, right? So, hey, Bron, what's up? Hey, Sue, Tristan, hey, Kevin, whatever. So I go there, and Richard's like, "Come downstairs, like, meet the team, like, hang out, everyone's chill." And I'm like, "Man, F y'all, man. I just want to, I want to be grouchy." Lo and behold, trade deadline comes, and the day I'm getting ready to go to practice, my agent's like, "Yo, Chan, you got two places you're going, Clippers or the Cavs." And I was like, "Richard, how's LeBron?" He goes, "Channing, I don't know if he's going to like you." He goes, "You got to be real serious. He's cool, but, like, he's not that cool, blah, blah, blah." So I said, "Damn." I said, "All right, let me see what happens." And I ended up getting traded to Cleveland.
I
And then-
tried so hard to not get him there. I tried so hard.
When I
I
got
lied
there-
to the players. I lied to him. It didn't
Listen,
work.
Coming from I think we won at the time 9 wins in Orlando. When I went to Cleveland and we were just beating teams half trying, I was like, "This is the best, guys. Let's hang out." So my personality is not, I'm not like a go into a room and kind of be shy at first guy.
Really?
Yeah, not really. I know it seems
You
like
literally just talked about your social anxiety.
Yeah,
and how
so I
you
don't
like to
leave
stay in a
because once
hotel.
I'm outside,
You're
then
fine.
I'm like what are those little shrimp things? Those little monkeys, those little sea monkeys. Put them in water and they
Monkey,
expand.
sea monkey. Put it all
What are those
together.
things? Those little things you put in water and they expand? That's me when I go outside my hotel room. Right? That's me.
Okay, we have time for one more question. New York.
I saw you posted some pictures of your dunks
Yeah.
on Instagram, so I wanted to ask both of you if you have a favorite dunk that
Ooh. It's tough. Let me go through this catalog.
It's
real
like
quick,
6
dog.
dunks for him from high school till retirement.
Maybe at least in 14 years, I'm going to say at least 20 dunks a year. My dunks are just
Do you have
very.
something else to add?
For you, I think of the one we had with when the Suns against Samuel Gallenberg.
Boomed him. Boomed him. Right? I caught him, and he goes, "Oh, man, I got dunked on by you." I said, "Yes, you did." Right? That's me talking mess. Like, it's so low on the totem pole. Like, I got dunked on by Louis Scola on the sneak, right? And nobody knows what it is. And I said, damn, man. He goes, it is okay, my friend. And I said, damn, now I feel even worse. Like I got dunked on by Blake Griffin. I'm like, okay, that's supposed to happen. Ron, that's supposed to happen. Shaq, obviously. Louis Scola got me. I said, you know what? I said, so like a trainer, we need to do more calf raises. Explosive. We need to change this about me. But
I love it how he asked you what your favorite dunk, and you talk about how you got dunked on. I like it that that's where you go.
My favorite dunk was when we were in the 2016 playoffs, was when I pump faked and old school, like 1986, one-handed dunked on the Hawks and hung on the rim like an old man at the YMCA. It was so plain and boring. It was like you go to a bagel shop and be like, let me get a plain bagel, untoasted, no butter, no cream cheese. I just need nutrients, right? Like, that was that dunk, but I was so hot at that time, and everyone was hyped for me, and inside my mind, I was laughing like, they're so hyped. That was the worst dunk of all time. But that was my favorite, personally, as my favorite dunk.
Do you have a favorite dunk?
I think of the one that you did on Clay on Christmas.
Ooh.
I was like the one that was not actually a dunk.
Against Kid Gilchrist, yeah, it was the greatest dunk that never happened.
What about Alonzo Mourning was tight?
No, I didn't care about much as a basketball player. My favorite thing was to dunk. So like for me, like I could have a bad game. If I dunked on somebody, then I was okay. We'll figure it out tomorrow. So no, like those dunks were cool because I was at a later point in my career. So it was like it was cool because it was like at 35 to be able to still do that. Like if those dunks would have happened when I was in the prime of my career, people would be like, oh, okay, cool. But to kind of do that at an older age and still get that feeling and that emotion, the Kid Gilchrist one was great. But I don't know, man. I think dunks are tough because it's like, just like Channing said, you can do it over the course of your career, so it's hard to like say one. But I would say the ones at the end of my career were a little bit more fun just because I knew I didn't have very many opportunities or very many of them left.
How about the one of Eddie Tavares?
Yeah,
Big Eddie?
Big Eddie. That one was
teammate.
fun. That one was fun.
I was like, Eddie, baby, watch
you know
what
what
your
my
dunks
favorite?
on you.
Actually, I'll tell you my favorite fucking dunk. I got it.
Wow.
Dwight
We're
Howard.
gonna wrap
Excuse
it
my language. Dwight
I
Howard.
know.
Right. Dwight Howard. The game before, Lamar Odom had like inadvertently busted my eye open. Right. Busted my eye open. My eyes bleeding.
You have a soft face.
It was very soft face, but I have very manly features. So we were playing the Lakers. So like Luke, Brian Cook, who's a good friend of ours, Jordan Farmar, they're like sitting on the bench right here. And my eye is literally leaking blood. And these three are sitting there, you're fine, get up, you're weak, blah, blah, like just mess, right? Like that's what I wanted to say to them, but I was just like, keep your mouth shut, Rich, because if you say that, they're going to make fun of you worse, right? So I get off, right? I'm carrying half my eye. And
The
go
eye
back.
is the groin of the face.
It is
So
the groin of the face. No, it knows it's the groin of the face. They stitch me up. I come back. The next night, I see Dwight Howard, and who's a friend of ours, and he's like making fun of me. He's like, I saw you last night all crying on the baseline with your eye bleeding. And I was like, all right, you keep talking that trash, I'm going to go get you. And he was just like, oh, yeah, whatever. And so that game, in my opinion, was one of my favorite dunks because I did something, and it was very, very rare. And Dwight Howard's one of the best shot blockers, huge human being. I went to my left, and I took off my right leg and with my left hand, and he came over to try and block it, and I dunked on him with my left hand, and it was an and one. So the whole time going back to the free throw line, which I did not make the free throw, by the way, because the entire time I'm sitting there like, I told you, and I was just saying, I told you I was going to get you, and I shoot this free throw and brick it, but I didn't care because I got Dwight. So that made me feel better.
Aw, you guys and your dunks.
Oh, our dunks.
What was your favorite screen in college?
See, I feel
All
like
right.
you're saying not nice things, Shannon.
He's not. Which
Well,
is
the only
my
highlight,
cue,
no,
my
the only
cue.
highlight we have is you screening that girl. You
And
knocked her
taking
out.
people out.
It's you all for coming
Thank
out.
you guys so
Thanks,
much for
Rockin'
coming.
Protein, of course. For bringing us here.
Okay,
Thank you.
well done.
Thank you guys so much for coming, man.